I just gotta stay hungry, and I've been hungry, and just to be in there, like a lot of people hyping up you fighting Canelo. That's understood, I would have fought him years ago. It probably wouldn't have been at such a large magnitude because I'm undisputed. So I'm like I said, it's already written. I worked my ass off in my division. He worked his ass off in his division. He made the right decisions, business moves, and it's only here now. You know what I'm saying? And so I can't too much stay focused on that. I'm in the ring with Canelo. I'm hungry. I want to win. I want to win this fight for my city. I want to win this for my town, my children. I want to win. I just want to keep working hard, and everything that I put on the line and all this hard training that I did, I just want to get it out of it. I want to see what it's worth. I want to test myself.
Bookie, you want more for Jermell?
Nah, that's pretty much said it all. I mean, I'm looking forward to the 30th. Looking forward to watching you go out there and make history in grand fashion, and
be there. They can't be there. Tune in.
Oh yeah.
Cop it on pay-per-view.
Showtime pay-per-view.
Showtime pay-per-view. Pay-per-view.com. Come to the T-Mobile Arena. Check in with the Lions. We're gonna be roaring. Let's go.
How much does that? Lions only.
Yeah.
How much are you gonna harness that as you prepare to step inside the ring against Canelo?
Hey, there's only a few lions that can make it. I'm at the end of that mountain. I'm ready to leap over and look and see what I got. Yeah, that's my land. That's my pasture.
I'm
looking at what's mine.
On behalf of the WWE Hall of Famer Booker T, the undisputed super welterweight champion of the world, Jermell Charlo, Houston's finest. Also, your brother.
Sweat in now. Look, his shirt, James. I big respect to you, Booker. Big respect to you, Flores. I know y'all took your time out. Shout out to everybody that is tuning in right now. Hey, it's time. It's time.
What up? What up? What up? It's your boy back again. Marlo knows basketball and Marlo knows boxing. It's fight week, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, it is fight week. We are less than a week away from September 30th, and you know what that means. It's Canelo Alvarez versus Jermell Charlo. Undisputed versus undisputed. In my opinion, the biggest fight of the year. I know a lot of people would say that it was Terrence Crawford versus Bud Crawford versus Errol Spence, but I disagree. This is two undisputed champions facing off in a winner takes all. You know what I'm saying? Two top 10, in my opinion, top 5 pound for pound fighters going at it. You know what I'm saying? This is gonna be the biggest fight of the year, bar none. And of course, we got Jermell Charlo moving up 2 weight divisions to face off against Canelo Alvarez. This is giving me Roberto Duran, Sugar Ray Leonard vibes. You know what I'm saying? The Roberto Duran, of course, moved up 2 weight classes to face Sugar Ray Leonard. Charlo has got his work cut out for him. Man, I respect it. Man, he's taking a huge risk fighting a guy two weight classes above him. Man, Charlo is a warrior, man. Charlo is a warrior. All respect to Jermell Charlo, the new big Charlo. Skill for skill, Charlo is one of the best in the business. One of the best in the business. In my opinion, the most underrated fighter, because I'm seeing top 10 pound for pound lists without him on it. I don't see how you not have Jermell Charlo on the list. This man has risen in the 154 division, become undisputed, the first undisputed champion in the 4-belt era in the 154 pound division. The man's, in my opinion, he should be top 5 pound for pound. And of course, Saul Canelo Alvarez, in my estimation, is a top 3 pound for pound fighter. A lot of people have Inoue in there. You know what I'm saying? Of course, Terrence Bud Crawford, number 1. Some people have Inoue, number 2. Some people have Canelo. I would have to lean toward Canelo over Inoue as number 2 pound for pound. Canelo has been in there with better competition. I feel like he's beat better competition in a way. Canelo is the man. Canelo's the man. And the face of boxing. The face of boxing, the biggest draw. Obviously, the biggest star in boxing is Canelo. And for a reason. His style, is very pleasing to the fans. You know what I'm saying? He never backs down. He always comes forward. He never backs down, and he always tries to hurt his opponent. He's not, like trying to just outbox you and outpoint you. I've never seen Canelo fight like that. Even when he loses, he's coming forward and he's trying to attack. So expect this to be a brawl because Jermell does the same thing. I've never seen Jermell back up and cower down and try to run or anything like that. It might be different this fight though because he's fighting Canelo, man. Canelo is heavy-handed, man, and that's gonna be the difference in this fight. That's gonna be the difference is Canelo's power, in my estimation. Jermell has the skills, man. He has the skills, but can he deal with the power of Canelo? In my opinion, and I'm guessing with this, but I believe Jermell has spent a lot of time, him and his team, Derek James and them, watching the fights that Canelo lost. Obviously everybody knows Canelo has only lost 2 fights. He lost against Floyd Mayweather and he lost against Dimitri Bivol. I know they've looked at the Floyd Mayweather fight, but I really don't feel like there's much that Jermell can take from the Floyd Mayweather fight and implement into his game plan. I just don't feel like he has the defense that Floyd had. I don't feel like he has the bag that Floyd is able to adjust and fight many different ways. He takes down data and he makes adjustments during the fight. I really don't see Jermell as smart of a fighter as Floyd Mayweather. And also, you have to take into account that Canelo Alvarez was only 22 years old during when he fought Floyd Mayweather. That fight was 10 years ago. He fought Floyd Mayweather in 2013. It's 2023. Canelo has gained a whole lot more experience. Him losing to Floyd Mayweather gave him a lot of experience and a lot of knowledge after that fight. He became a better fighter immediately after losing to Floyd Mayweather. He became a better fighter, and you saw that going forward with Canelo and his future fights. And he became a way better fighter, and also he got bigger, he got stronger, he got faster. He's smarter. You know what I'm saying? His power became more. He started moving up in weight. Obviously, Floyd fought him at 152 pounds, which was a catch weight. So it's a big difference between the power of 152-pound Canelo and 168-pound Canelo. I mean, Floyd, of course, with his defense, he didn't get hit much, but Canelo did hit him a couple times, and it didn't hurt Floyd. I feel like this Canelo, this 168-pound fighting Canelo, would have been able to hurt Floyd with the couple punches that he did land. But I really feel like if Jermell is looking at this fight and trying to take from this fight, it's a mistake because this is a totally different situation. But now, if Jermell is looking at the Dimitri Bivol fight and trying to take away from that fight, I feel like that may be a better idea. Dimitri Bivol, of course, dominated his fight against Canelo. It wasn't even close. I probably gave Canelo maybe 2 or 3 rounds of that fight. I had Bivol winning at least. I had him winning 10 rounds to 2. Maybe you can argue 9 rounds to 3. But Bivol definitely dominated that fight. And he did it with a lot of combinations. He threw a lot of combinations. And Canelo, of course, is a very smart fighter. His defense was good, but Bivol would catch him clean on like the last 2 punches of a combination. Like Bivol would throw like a 7-punch combination, and Canelo would block or avoid the first 5 punches, but the last 2 Canelo was getting hit by. And Canelo definitely got fatigued in this fight. He got tired down the stretch. Bivol's pace seemed to be a little bit too much for Canelo. And the defense of Dimitri Bivol, Canelo, he threw a lot of punches, but Bivol blocked. He blocked 90% of the punches. Early in the fight, Canelo landed a couple clean. The only 2 power punches that I saw that landed clean for Canelo were early, and there were 2 uppercuts. But after those 2 uppercuts landed early in the fight, He tried it again in the middle, in the later portion of the fight, and Bivol was just blocking him. He was blocking him. So Dimitri Bivol defense was very, very good. I feel like he did have a lot of power. I did feel like he had a lot of power, and that affected Canelo, but that didn't stop Canelo from coming forward. And that just shows how much of a warrior that Canelo is. He still came forward. He still pressed Bivol. He never got on his bicycle and tried to run. So I don't feel like the power was the problem. I feel like Canelo wasn't able to hit Bivol as much. And that's the same problem he had with Floyd Mayweather. But Bivol did have enough power to where he could stun Canelo a little bit. He could stun him a little bit. He never had him hurt, but he could stun him a little bit. But that just shows how much of a chin Canelo has. Canelo's chin is amazing. He's never been hurt in his career. Obviously never been dropped. You're not gonna back Canelo up like that. Like Bivol could do it a little bit, but Canelo never backed up and started to retreat. He still came forward the whole fight. You could still see him throwing punches. There was one point in the fight where Bivol landed a couple of clean shots, and Canelo just looked at him like, no. Canelo has a major advantage when it comes to that chin. And I don't know if Charlo's going to have enough power, man. He's not going to have the power to implement his game plan. And the biggest fight or opponent that I look at when I'm trying to judge who's going to win this fight between Jermell and Canelo is his matchup with Brian Castaño. Brian Castaño gave him a lot of trouble, man, and he hurt him. He had him hurt, almost knocked out in the first fight. In the first fight with Brian Castaño, Castaño almost had Charlo knocked out, man. Brian Castaño is a lot smaller than Canelo. He's a lot smaller, and he doesn't hit as hard as Canelo. In my estimation, I feel like Canelo at least hits 3 times as hard as Brian Castaño. And he's a way better fighter, a way more skilled fighter, way more experienced, way more intelligent fighter. He breaks down data and finds holes in his opponent's defense is way better than Brian Castaño could ever dream to. So Canelo being that great of a fighter and a fighter with that much punching power, we used to call people heavy-handed. Like people like Canelo, when I was a kid, we used to call them heavy-handed people. And you can see it. You can see how he's meaty. He's meaty. He's thick. Pause. He's thick. Pause. Not that kind of thick. But he's thick. You can see that he's meaty. There's a lot of meat on them bones. It's a lot of weight in them hands. And when Canelo hits you, you're going to feel it. So I just feel like if Castaño was able to hurt Jermell Charlo, Canelo lands like that, and Canelo's going to at least land. He's going to land at least 7 to 8 clean power punches in this fight against Jermell. Jermell's a great fighter, but his defense ain't like Bivol's. I don't feel like his defense is as good as Bivol's, and it damn sure ain't as good as Mayweather's. So I feel like Jermell is going to get hit clean with at least 7 to 8 power punches in this fight. And the way I see it going, man, Canelo's either going to knock Charlo out or he's going to hit him and hurt him, and Charlo's going to regain his composure and realize how hard that Canelo hits. And Charlo's not going to take as many risks anymore. He's going to stop throwing punches. It's going to be one of those fights where he stops throwing punches and he just tries to survive. So I have Canelo winning by either unanimous decision or an 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, or 12th round stoppage. So I have Canelo by stoppage or by unanimous decision. The reason why I'm saying that it might not be a stoppage is once Canelo connects on Jermell, I just feel like Jermell might start to run and try to survive and just try to make it through the distance. So that might happen. He might try to run and just make it to the distance. So that's why I'm saying Canelo by decision. I just feel like Jermell has too much pride to get knocked out. But even though I'm picking Canelo to win the fight, I don't feel like Jermell doesn't have a chance at all. I just feel like it's a 70-30 fight. I feel like Canelo has a 70% chance of winning. Jermell has a 30% chance of winning. He's a great fighter, so I'm going to give him a 30% chance. But at the end of the day, whoever wins this fight, whether it's Jermell or Canelo, I don't want to hear nothing else about any other type of plans other than fighting Bud Crawford. Whoever wins this fight, whether it's Jermell or Canelo, Bud already said he's coming to 168 to meet the winner. And people talking about this Spence rematch. No. We don't want a Spence rematch. Terrence Crawford is the best fighter in the world. And in my opinion, whoever wins between Jermell and Canelo will be the second best fighter in the world. We want to see the best fight the best. Canelo or Jermell, whoever wins, I don't want to hear nothing else but Bud Crawford. There should be not another name coming out your mouth other than Terrence Bud Crawford. When they interview the winner, whether it be Jermell or Canelo, I don't even want to hear you talk about your win. I don't want to hear you talk about nothing. When the interview says, how do you feel after the fight? Let me get my Howard Cosell voice. How do you feel after the fight? The winner, whether it's Jermell or Canelo, the first words that should come out their mouth, Bud Crawford. No, well, we saw how well you did in the fourth round. Canelo or Jermell's response should be Bud Crawford. Any question that y'all are asked, I want to hear Bud Crawford. That's the fight everybody wants to see. That's the best fight for boxing. Bud Crawford versus the winner of Canelo and Jermell. That's the Super Bowl of boxing, of combat sports, period. That'll crap on any fight that Dana White can put up. Dana White thinks that he can just shut down boxing and be over boxing. Nah. We do Canelo versus Bud. I will put that fight up against any fight that the UFC can make, and nobody's gonna watch that UFC fight. Everybody's gonna be watching Canelo versus Bud, or Jermell versus Bud, if Jermell is able to beat Canelo. But that's all I got for y'all for now. Y'all please like and subscribe to the channel, man. That definitely helps me to continue to make this content with y'all subscribing. But other than that, man, I love all y'all. God bless. And Marlo knows basketball. Marlo knows boxing. I'm on to the next one, man. Y'all be easy.